Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by Logic Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, YouTube, pretty much any avenue. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, and Spirit Island are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch, and Sentinels of Earth Prime is in active development, and you can find more information on those games at handelabra.com. Alright, back to Sentinels of the Multiverse. Feels like it's been a while because it's been 3 weeks, I think. I moved to Thursdays, I took a Thursday off, and I did Spirit Island last week. So it's been 3 weeks. There was an Oblivion stream at some point as well. Next week's going to be our weekly Oblivion match, by the way. But I think we'll just continue with the one-shots. Feels like we're kind of behind on our backlog. Let's see where we're at. We're up to Solar Retribution, which is the one-shot that ended on September 26th, which is this past Monday, but 5 years ago. So that means that the next one shot is the one that was active 5 years ago. So let's check this one out. Solar Retribution. All units, be advised we have a code 240 in progress. Possible code 242 at City Hall. Officers are reporting multiple enhanced suspects in conflict. Full use of deadly force is authorized. All available units report to the scene to assist. Repeat, deadly force is authorized. Solar Retribution, featuring Challenge Citizen Dawn versus... which version of Wraith is that? That's not Freedom's 6th Wraith, right? That's... or is it? Or is it Rook City Wraith? Or is that the same? I don't remember. This is Extreme Primordion's Fanatic. This is Young Legacy. What is this, though? It's not base Wraith. There's... the one that you revealed, the top card of the environment deck one. Let's just see what it is. I don't remember which one it is. This is embarrassing. The world belongs to the citizens of the sun. Preliminary investigations have shown this will be a tough fight. All right, who are you? You are Sleuth Wraith. So it's the one, yeah, reveal the top card of the environment deck, discard it, or play it. So, kind of filters the environment. Kind of. It's a weird one because, like, you don't replace it. So you're not replacing the next card play. You could choose to play the environment card if it's helpful to you. You choose to discard it if it's bad for you, but you don't necessarily control the next environment play, is what that means. You can filter out the bad cards at least, or at least get good cards earlier. This environment doesn't have very many good cards, though. It has cards that say hero cards cannot be played. It has cards that say heroes cannot use powers. It has a card that says players cannot draw cards. Surprisingly, there's only one of this one. I feel like this one always pops up. I guess hostage situation is the one you see more oftenly, because... oftenly? Is that a word? There's two of them in the deck. Cramped Quarters Combat is a damage increase, and that's fine. There's also a Rooftop Combat that's a damage increase and destroys all of their environment cards, and prevents environment cards from being played until hero targets have dealt non-hero character cards 10 or more damage in a single round. But then there's, like, this card, which... I mean, this card's not bad. It's just you have to discard a card, but if you let it go to the start of the environment turn, if you do not destroy an ongoing card, you take 3 psychic damage. Or Targeting Innocence, which doesn't do anything immediately, but does something at the start of the environment turn, deals damage, and puts Impending Casualty into play, which then immediately does 3 damage. This is a pretty deadly card, isn't it? Plummeting Monorail, which deals damage to the targets with the highest, which means it can hit, like, you know, Citizen Dawn, for instance. Police Backup, which only hits villain targets. Pretty good. But yeah, the fact that this environment has like 4 out of 15 cards that say heroes cannot use this particular kind of action Makes it pretty bad. And they go away if each player discards a card, except for a traffic pileup, which you have to destroy, or otherwise play a card to destroy it, of course, as always. Anyway, I'm too focused on Megalopolis because of Wraith. This is Rook City Wraith, right? I think it is. I'm confusing it with Freedom 6 Wraith, but that's like Spite Wraith, I think. Anyway. Citizen Dawn starts with 2 citizens put into play. He flips at the start of the villain turn if there are 5 citizens in the trash, but she can only flip this way once per game. At the end of the villain turn, she deals the hero target with the highest HP 1 energy damage. Challenge rule: whenever a citizen card is destroyed, Citizen Dawn deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 fire damage. It's kind of the most innocuous challenge rule. It's just extra damage. But flipped Citizen Dawn is immune to damage. But she flips if there are 2 or more citizens in play, which, bear in mind, Citizen Dawn is herself a citizen. So with 3 heroes, this just says if there is 1 other citizen in play, or any other citizen in play, she flips back. So it's actually kind of nice to get her flipped back. The downside of this side is she plays extra cards in order to get more citizens in play. But she can flip back immediately. And once she flips one, she's flipped forever, and then you can destroy citizens willy-nilly. Wraith has Combat Stance, Impromptu Invention, Infrared Eyepiece, Throat Jab. Extreme Primord's Fanatic has End of Days, Prayer of Desperation, Sanctifying Strike, and Zealous Offense. And Young Legacy has Backfist Strike, Bolster Allies, Inspiring Presence, and Surge of Strength. So we have citizens that destroy ongoing cards. They never destroy equipment, though. Oh no, never mind. Devastating Aurora. Well, it's not a citizen, but yeah, I forgot. Citizen Dawn has Devastating Aurora, which literally destroys everything. All ongoing, all equipments, all environments. So that's what you have to look out for. Alright, let's see what we got. We're starting with Citizen Assault, dealing each hero target 1 damage. Citizen Summer, dealing to 2 heroes with the most cards in play, 3 damage each. Channel the Eclipse, where she hits herself and also plays a card at the start of the turn. And we don't we don't have ongoing destruction. We do have End of Days, though. These aren't the worst citizens to have. They are hurtful, but they're not the worst to have. I more just don't want to have her play cards because that increases the chances of finding a Devastating Aurora. Who wants to take this damage? Everyone's taken 1, everyone's equal, Legacy's taken slightly more. You do have a bit of HP recovery in the team. I guess Fnatic always wants to take more, right? We do have HP recovery between, like, Inspiring Presence, but also a Motivational Charge someday. Wraith has Suture Self someday. Let's keep Legacy higher, in case we can, like, redirect damage to Legacy or something. Infrared Eyepiece seems pretty important. Although we can't stop villain plays, or the extra player. So it's actually less important, probably. I wonder if I do End of Days to just wipe the board. These aren't the worst citizens, but, like, she flips with 5. And there's only 2 here. If we are going to flip her, then we would want to, or not flip her. If we are going to do End of Days, then we don't want to play any setup cards, really. And I don't know that Sleuth is going to be super helpful. At best, we could get a damage increase. Or filter away, like, a hostage situation or something. End of Days goes off at the start of the environment turn, so it's not going to stop the card play on the environment side. But we can't stop it even if I, like, do this. Like, if I reveal the top card and it's not a hostage situation, it's actually more likely than that the next play is a hostage situation. which is pretty rude. Like, I just don't see like anything that would help like damage increase, but if I'm playing End of Days, like, I guess we do have some instances of damage. I'm more inclined just to skip on Wraith. So I will. Because if I'm not really playing a card here, because it's going to get destroyed immediately, I could like Throat Jab Citizen Dawn. I guess that would be fair because destroying the citizens, she is going to retaliate, but it's too late now. Got another infrared eyepiece in my hand. Cool. Alright, End of Days. I mean, if I hit Citizen Dawn... Oh, this is just Fanatics damage redirects. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. This is the one that redirects damage to Fanatic. And I kind of want to just bolster allies here. Backfist Strike's also acceptable, but that could also help kill a citizen later. Future Self, as promised. Ages of Resurrection, so Fanatic can regain HP. Takedown? Takedown's pretty good. Alright, End of Days is going off now. So we had a Targeting Innocence on top of the deck that we could have filtered away. Citizen Blood only hitting the lowest. But that's not bad. It's only 1 damage. Sweat and Tears have not entered play yet. Targeting Innocence is annoying. I don't want to focus all my effort towards that though. It's only 2 damage. There's no impending casualty in the trash. I mean, like, throwing 10 damage here versus 74 damage on Dom. You could also just Throat Jab the Innocence. I would like to play Infrared Eyepiece though, just to control Don's deck. You know, prevent Devastating Auroras from coming out, keep my deck stronger. Or keep my setup going, rather. I'm always playing Impromptu Invention. I'm just probably going to play Infrared Eyepiece after that. I'm likely to do Utility Belt off of the equipment play. You have a Brazier Ordnance for damage. Let's see. Unbolt's also fine. Yeah, I'm going to do Utility Belt. The problem with Utility Belt is now I don't really want to look at the environment deck with Targeting Innocence, because if I find an impending casualty on top, like, even if I put this in the trash, Targeting Innocence is gonna bring it back. Battery or Truth? Truth is annoying, because you have to take him out. Battery, it's the highest for 3, but we can ignore him. Get another Throat Jab. So, reveal the top card of the environment deck, discard it or play it. It'd be better if I could put it on the bottom of the deck, but I can't. It's a 3 out of 14 that is impending casualty. I would just rather not. Very useful utility belt. That'll be better next turn when I can stun bolt. Zealous offense, but I can only deal 1 damage with this power, so this will just destroy itself immediately. I don't have a power that deals damage otherwise. All my damage is currently redirected to Citizen Dawn. could redirect damage from Citizen Dawn to myself. I could redirect damage from targeting innocents to myself. I don't have the nuke. I don't have Wrathful Retribution. I don't want my HP to be super low just yet. Drawing cards is probably fine. Gets me closer to other things. Like powers that are more used. Also, I can't redirect targeting innocents because all my damage is redirected to Dawn anyway. I can only redirect Dawn's damage, but I can deal Dawn 3 damage, which is fine. I feel like I'd rather draw more though. And I draw a card that draws more. Aha! Forsooth. Embolden. Not helpful when all my damage is redirected to Dawn. Alright, Inspiring Presence then. Inspiring Presence actually makes Divine Sacrifice even better, because that triples its damage. Sorry, it doubles its damage, but its Inspiring Presence is triply effective because it turns 3 damage into 6 there. We don't have self-damage going on here. We do have Embolden, but it's not likely to be used since damage is currently redirected to Dawn. Plus, I don't have any other power, so if I want to deal damage with my power, I have to do a redirect thing. I think that's fine. Wazam. And then this damage. Cramped Quarters Combat. So we could have revealed that with Wraith and gotten that benefit on Fnatic and Legacy. By waiting for the environment turn, then this is going to benefit the villains. It destroys itself at the start of the environment turn, but it does make target innocents deal more. I think that's fine now. I like Stun Bolt, though Dawn's not really doing that much. Stun Bolt would be more effective on like targeting innocents, but I would rather just target Dawn directly. I don't think I'm going to be revealing environment cards anymore. So let's Stun Bolt. Let's see what you have to offer now. Anvil and Spring. Spring is Bay. Anvil is damage reduction to all citizens. Kind of like Citizen Truth, but also not like Citizen Truth. Citizen Truth makes damage to other citizens immune. Or, other citizens immune to damage, rather. Hey, Seamus. So yeah, now with Cramped Quarters Combat, Divine Sacrifice is 9 damage. That's a lot of damage. And this goes away at the start of the environment turn, so I want to use this now then. Citizen Cranky. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a casual 12 damage to Dawn this turn. Consecrated Ground is ongoing / environment destruction. That's pretty good. We're still doing healthy. We know that they're playing Citizen Spring. We don't know what the environment's playing. They could stop us from playing cards or using powers. I could save takedown for when we see that there's like 2 devastating auroras on top, and we could try to make it not happen. We can Thok to kill Blood, but Blood's not doing much. This doesn't kill Battery. I'm still not really worried about targeting Innocence. It's more once we do have an impending casualty that I'm gonna want to start considering getting rid of it. I'm more inclined to just do straight up damage. Like, we have the +1 from quarters combat right now, right? If I throw Surge of Strength, I get the +1 here, but not on here. Or, sorry, I get the +1 here, but I don't play Back Fist Strike, and then this goes away, and then this doesn't have the base. I'm just gonna Back Fist Strike. Like, it's gonna do the same damage as if I were to play Surge of Strength and do it next turn. Heroic Interception. Targeting Innocence. Aha, Paparazzi. Paparazzi, and we don't know what the top card of the villain deck is now. It's considered to be the lowest. You do have a Suture Self there. You don't have your healing yet, plus you have some self damage happening. We'll throw it on Wraith. That Paparazzi's kind of bad. Wraith can't destroy it. We're not getting an infrared eyepiece this turn. We could do takedown since we don't know what the top card of the villain deck is. We could do throat jab since we can't stun bolt. Good combat stance. Automatic damage. I'm gonna do combat stance. You can Consecrated Ground to get rid of the Paparazzi, and then Fanatic can use powers, and Legacy can use powers. Combat stance would be your choice. Alright, I don't want to do that then. I want to rewind. Oh no, it's what Seamus would do. No. I jest, of course. Okay. If I don't use my power, I can embolden Legacy. But then if I embolden Legacy, Legacy can't use powers, and it doesn't have any other powers. She doesn't have any other powers, that is. So that's kind of a wash. All my damage is redirected to Dawn. So that would damage Dawn for 6. We're kind of damage racing this. But since we do have control over Dawn, it feels like it's fine. I think I do take down. Since we don't know if there's a devastating Aurora or something bad on top. One second. All right. Combat stance. Plummeting monorail. That currently hits Dawn. I could hit Wraith with this to do the retaliation, but I'm gonna hit Fanatic because I would rather more retaliations go towards Dawn, if that's possible. Smoke bombs could be good. It redirects Blood's damage and makes it 0. That's really the main thing. I could just start throat jabbing the targeting Innocence, so that it doesn't do anything anymore. Because we are now, you know, in the low range. Fanatic's now critical. She still has her Aegis though, so it's not really a big consideration. Another thought is, do we have lethal? 32 is a bit, though. We used up Fanatic's best damage dealers. We have 4 damage there, 4 there, or 5 or whatever. 9 damage. 2 damage for 11. 2 damage for 14. We have to do 18 this turn if we're gonna do it. Doesn't look like we have it. We also don't want to do that much damage to Dawn because Plummeting Monorail goes after the 2 targets with the highest. Which, of course, one of those is going to be a hero, unless we can somehow hit us down to 7, which is unlikely. I guess no, we just have to do 10 because it can hit itself. If Wraith takes 2, that's weird. If I hit Wraith for 2, then the monorail hits itself, and we take less damage overall. But Wraith taking 2 means that combat scenes goes off, so maybe that's not a good idea either. Can micro-targeting for Stun Bolt to do 2 more. And next turn then I could do like Razor Ordnance or Throwing Knives for super mega damage. That's probably okay. See what Dawn's doing. Look at that. We stopped that from happening. First, Dawn regains 10 HP, which is not good, but at least the monorail hits her for 5 first. Unless I do too much damage, which is not likely. I don't think Fanatic's dying. Any reason to wait on that? Taking 1 from Blood, 2 from Innocence. He's not dying. Wrathful Retribution? Ooh. I think I just go for damage. Let's Thok first instead of like next turn because I draw a card off of it. So maybe I draw. I don't know, but maybe I draw. We should win next turn. Monorail hits Dawn for 5. Oh, actually, the Innocence hits Wraith for 2, and then the monorail hits itself. Aha! Yes. Hit yourself. Police backup is here! Showed up. And then Healing Light. Battery. Alright, so can we do 20 damage to Dawn? Surely we can. Razor Ordnance is going to do 6. Stun Bolt does 4, so that's 10 right there. I don't think Divine Focus is going to work, because it's only going to work like the first time, and then every other time is going to do too much, or it's going to hit someone else. So that's 3, and then 2 is 5, and then we have a back fist strike to lethal it. Alright. Which should be good. And really the only reason that I kind of ignored targeting Innocence that entire time was because I kind of figured that since we have infrared eyepiece, we control the villain deck well enough that we can probably power down Citizen Dawn before we have to deal with the Innocence. If this was a game where I wasn't sure whether citizens were going to be terrible or not, I would probably have dealt with the environment. But we had a lot of damage, and we had a lot of control over the villain deck. So we were able to prevent the bad things from happening. So why do the 10 damage to targeting Innocence when I can just kill Dawn? Cool. That was the one shot from 5 weeks, or 5 years and 1 week ago. Good. All right. Let's now go back and let's play the one that ended October 3rd, 2017. Tell me about your mother. Randomized start. Thank you for seeing me again at such short notice, Miss Fisher. I know the traffic here can be deadly. Last time, as you may recall, we had a long discussion about your father, or should I say fathers. And that was a very interesting conversation indeed, yes. But now we must move on to a more troubling subject, my dear. This may be difficult for you, but I'll wager there is more to the story than you know. I love doing Wager Master. It's so fun to do a game show evil voice. This one shot requires Mini Pack 3, Rook City, Infernal Relics, Wrath of the Cosmos, and Vengeance. Alright. Advanced Wager Master versus Southwest Sentinels and Extreme Prime Warden Sergeant Adept? Is that Extreme? No, it's not Extreme. Is it? I think it is. And then Skyscraper and Bunker. In Rook City! Oh boy! And it's random! Random! It's time to play some games! Can you win before you all die? So fun! We stand as one, we fight together, and we oppose your evil ways. Alright. Southwest Sentinels have Good Hero, Bad Hero, Hippocratic Oath, Sentinel Tactics, Team Communication. Extreme Prime Warden's Argent Adept has Counterpoint Bulwark, 2 Sarabands of Destruction, and Vernal Sonata. Skyscraper has Explosive Reveal, Linking Incursion, Rebounding Debilitator, and Thorathian Monolith. Bunker has Auxiliary Power Source, Decommissioned Hardware, External Combustion, Heavy Plating. So, cards are revealed from top of the villain deck until 4 condition cards are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into the villain deck. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 2 or more face-down villain cards in play, Wager Master flips. Condition cards and face-down villain cards are indestructible. At the end of the villain turn, X hero cards in play are returned to their player's hands, where X equals the number of face-down villain cards in play. Advanced, reduce damage dealt to Wager Master by 2. Okay, so he flips if there are 2 or more face-down villain cards in play at the start of the villain turn. Flip side. When Wager Master flips to the side, all condition cards are flipped face down. At the start of the villain turn, all face down villain cards are shuffled. Then the first card is flipped face up and treated as if it had just been put into play. Condition cards are indestructible. If there are ever no face down villain cards in play, Wager Master flips. At the end of the villain turn, Wager Master deals each non-villain target 2 energy damage. Advanced, at the end of the villain turn, Wager Master regains X HP, where X equals the number of hero ongoing cards in play plus 1. Yankees. But if your goal is to win by classic rules, you're kind of playing Wager Master wrong. Sort of. It depends on what cards enter play, right? Like the New Deal. Wait, I thought this had a victory. No, it doesn't, sorry. Victory is the trophy. I was looking at the heart. Not only seems, if there are no cards in the villain deck, the heroes win the game. Losing to the odds. At the end of the villain turn, if each hero target has an even amount of current HP but less than their maximum HP, the heroes win the game. It's kind of the only way to win the game, really. You can't ever have an empty villain deck. Unless you've played for millions of hours, but that's kind of very difficult to trigger. But then there's also Who Are You Fighting that says if Wager Master is reduced to 0 or fewer HP, the heroes lose the game, and that's kind of trash. Anyway, Wager Master is weird because most of his cards are indestructible. Conditions are always indestructible. Front side, indestructible. Back side, indestructible. But also, like... So this is an ongoing... I was gonna say his ongoing cards are also indestructible, but this one's not. And this one's not. The one I was thinking of that is indestructible is What Do You Really Know? This card literally says, this card is indestructible. Like, this text is like, why is it on this card? Like, any card that says this card is indestructible is just terrible. I guess technically drugs also say that, but anyway. So whenever What Do You Really Know enters play, we're permanently gonna have to do this effect. It will never get flipped face down. And you can't destroy it. Conditions can be destroyed, but only if they're face down on the flip side. But that requires you to destroy cards that just say destroy any card or destroy any villain card. Thankfully, we have Sadistic Dissonant that just says destroy any one card in play. So that's the good news. Anyway, this is a random start, so we're going to get 4 random conditions, and if they are all wagelings, we lose immediately. Wagelings. The New Deal. Not All He Seems. Wagelings. And wagelings. Actually, no, we don't lose immediately because we have Sentinels. Wagelings say at the start of the villain turn, if there are more villain targets than hero targets, the heroes lose the game. And if you do start with all wagelings, you would lose, except we do have the Sentinels here as extra hero target fodder. And there are 4 wagelings, so in a 5 hero game, it's impossible to lose, I think. I think. From the start of the game, I mean, not always. You can still lose. Alright, the New Deal, each hero with an even amount of HP deals itself 3 psychic damage. We lose the game if any hero is incapacitated this way. But when a villain card is flipped face down, Wager Master gains 4 HP. If we ever damage Wager Master, we prevent that damage instead. But we win if there are no cards in the villain deck, and that's, again, hard. Also, all these wagelings. A bit of a conundrum here because we have a lot of damage and we don't have a victory condition other than killing Wager Master straight up, despite what I just said. I mean, I guess we do have this, but like that's never gonna happen. We do team communication to draw more. All right, and then we have a terminal card. Alright, so Sentinels with block, they don't care about the wagelings as much. That's the good news. Bunker with heavy plating doesn't care about the wagelings. Argent Adept with counterpoint bulwark also doesn't care about the wagelings. There isn't like ongoing destruction in here, is there? There sort of is, right? Not destroy one non-villain target. Nope. Wasn't there one that says like... Yeah, okay, this is something, yes. Unanswerable question. Let's see what the question is. Ha ha ha, that was a lucky guess, my friend. Ready for the next question? Good old setback, just knowing the answer. Speaking of knowing the answer to a question that you have no business knowing, I got a trivia question in 6th grade that I knew the answer to, and it was really hilarious how I knew the answer to it. It was a question about who was like the all-time leading NFL rusher or something, and I raised my hand and I said Walter Payton. And I don't know if that's still true, because I know nothing about football, but I just knew that answer because I had played a lot of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on PC, and that Millionaire game had only like 300 questions in it in its question bank, and I memorized all of its answers, and one of them was who's the all-time leading NFL rusher. I just knew that because I was a weird kid and I played the game over and over again because I was so mesmerized by the Millionaire music. So yeah, I had no business knowing that question considering I know nothing about NFL outside of that because of Millionaire. And if you don't know what NFL is because you're not American, that's totally fine because it's a stupid American thing. It's football. And by football, I mean American football, not real football. Yes, I'm an American that considers soccer to be real football because, anyway. What do I want to play here? If I play Human Shield, then I can redirect damage to Mainstay, which could help with, like, you know, the Wagelings damage, except we do have a plan for that, unless things get destroyed instead. I could do Thorathian Monolith on Skyscraper to deal with the damage, if that matters. In which case I could do Aura Vision instead. Sentinel Tactics I would also like to play someday, but, like, I don't need to hit anything right now. I don't really want to hit the Wagelings, really, because I don't want to flip the villains. Like, having a face-down card means that cards return to our hand anyway, or we flip Wager Master, which means conditions get shuffled, and then, like, we have random shit coming out. And, like, you kind of want to control the flip for when there is a condition that you hate. Like, if we do end up with Who Are You Fighting, and we can't win the game classically, we don't really want this to be in play, right? So we'd rather it be shuffled face down, but we don't want to, like, flip him that way until we're about to win, because the longer he's flipping face down villain cards, the more likely it is that Who Are You Fighting returns, and it's kind of bad. So you also don't want to hit Wager Master because this will flip this card, and then, yeah. He does have a -2, so he's a bit hard to hit, but he could be hit by, like, falling statuary. But, like, Wagelings. Targets with the second lowest HP. Wagelings, Wagelings, Wagelings. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha! Wagelings, Wagelings, Wagelings! Anyway, I'm probably more inclined to do Aura Vision then. Aura Vision, and then I don't need the block, so I could just do this heal instead. Unlike Idealist. We could also do Extract. That is a way of emptying the villain deck. Because, like, you know, if there are no cards in the villain deck, the heroes win. But, like, there's 20 cards, and 2 of them put cards into the deck, which is trash. I mean, if a hero card is on top of the villain deck, we move it to that hero's trash, and Wager Master deals that hero for psychic damage. So, like, it would still theoretically get the deck emptied. But I would rather that card not enter play. If I can discard it, that would be fine. Is there any card I would like to see? Breaking the rules is fun. You draw cards first, and it will be 2 cards. Burning Sense of Failure is fine because we don't care about it. Whenever you see who are you fighting, your strat is to get him low HP and then flip him. It's kind of hard because of his -2, but yeah, I agree. We don't want an unanswerable question. We don't want what do you really know? Wagelings is okay once we're set up. This puts it on top, right? Yeah, so it could control the next villain play. Sure, let's try that and see. Wager Master. Yeah, that's trash. All right, we got rid of one of those. That's good. That's good. I'm happy with that outcome. It makes not all he seems easier to accomplish by not having one of those in play. Alternatively, destroy him with that Sentinels card. Fling in the darkness. Yep. Yep. We do have that effect. That's good. Alright, I think we're doing Thorathian Monolith. Let's throw a -1 on Skyscraper. We're not going to use our huge power, right? Like, we don't need to hit the Wagelings. Oh, but I can't activate it because this is not base Archon's Depth. Never mind. I was thinking I could do it because I can activate a Perform, but this is Extreme Preborden's Argent Adept. Whoops. Okay, so that does change things. Hit someone other than myself for 2 Sonic. If a hero is dealt damage this way, they play a card and use a power. Okay. So what am I going to do? Draw a card with Bunker? You don't actually have a power here. You can draw 3 cards, I guess. I wish I could hit myself so I could draw more, but I can't. That kind of blows, honestly. Means that I don't have the -1 like I thought I did. But I still have Human Shield. If I hit Medico, he can heal himself, and we get unique capabilities or something. We still have 2 styles in here. We have Durasteel Chains. We also have Caliginous Form, and we have... Which one's the Medico one? Is it in his hand? It's in his hand. Oh. If I hit Skyscraper, what happens? She has draw 2. We don't need, like, we can't do this now because it will just destroy itself immediately. This does nothing. We can go tiny and get a bunch of links. Or we could just play Rebounding Debilitator and draw more, but we're going to be playing Thorathian Monolith next turn anyway. I mean, I guess we could hit Rive and do this again. I don't know, actually. I'm always confused by what it means. If it says if a hero is dealt damage this way, like, if I hit one of these guys, it counts. Do I also get to, like, choose the power? I'm always confused by what that means, because I think, like, with Faultless's flip side, all of the Sentinels get to use a power, even though it says each hero may use a power. You do this 1 by 1. But I think it's like your power or one other one that's in your play area. I'm not sure. I could just hit Writhe. Writhe the Caliginous Form, and then also do this again. Yeah, sure, why not? We're gonna do Counterpoint Bulwark just because, like, none of these matter. HP is cool, I guess, but we don't have cards in the trash other than Team Communication, which I guess I could put it on top of my deck, but if I do unique capabilities, I'm gonna shuffle my deck anyway. I'm just gonna do a counterpoint bulwark and hope to draw something. Polygonous form. We have the fling. We have the fling. I'm gonna do oath. Still not ready for Sentinel Tactics because I don't expect to deal damage. And yes, I did have to use Riot's power. Okay. Wager Master. Breaking the rules. That is an acceptable play. Accept. I could put in the trash to speed up the Wager Master deck, but I would rather know what the play is. Alright, you got Instrumental Conjuration, that's good. That means that we can now do the counterpoint bulwark thing. We need the Perform of a Rhythm, and I think there's only one that does that. It's only Zoo's Bell. So, but that's good enough because we can activate both of these and get card draws as well. On the other hand, we can't frickin' use it this coming turn. Oh well. And since Breaking the Rules is coming out, the Rathian Monolith becomes a lot harder to use because once the hero turn order is reversed, I can't play this card because it will just destroy itself immediately. Because like after my play phase is my start of turn. Oh no, my start of turn, I destroy this card. Oh no. All right, so I will play the Monolith then. And I will not deal the damage. I don't need to hit the Wage Link still. And I'm totally fine with Bunker putting Heavy Plating out. He could do External Combustion, but we also don't want to do that at all. Let's just do this. I'm just kind of like killing time until I figure out how I win the game. Heal 3 hero targets 2 projectile damage each. That all redirects the Skyscraper for 0. I could hit Writhe to do Caligulous form, but that's a waste. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, but it's still a waste. Like, this is Caligulous form getting used up. One of those things that slightly bothers me is that I should have the choice of whether Caligulous form goes off first or not, but you could also argue that, like, you only redirect damage if it's going to happen. And the first check is the damage reduced by 2, which it is. So I guess that makes sense in that sense. Fine. See, because like the damage to Bunker is automatically reduced to 0 and then doesn't happen, so it doesn't redirect. You can only redirect damage that happens. Alright. It's the end of my turn! Yeah, so the new deal does mean that... Actually, yeah. I forgot the new deal is out here, so I didn't really want to heal Idealist, I guess. I actually don't really want to heal anyone. We're all odd. We're all odd. I also can't use Arch and Adept's power this turn. Like, I can't use this power. I already can't use Zeus Bell this turn, but I also can't use this power because... this is going to redirect a Skyscraper who's going to take 0, and they're not dealt damage this way. I could use it to hit a Wage Links or Ambitious Racketeer. Actually, that's fine. I can hit Ambitious Racketeer. I can heal Writhe. Like, oh, but it doesn't work. Because Wagelings. Wagelings uses up the Caligulous form. We do have a card draw at the start of turn. Playing Human Shield, though, I immediately have to pay for it. This heals Idealist for 3 and puts her back up, but yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's a fine thing. It's kind of weird. I don't really want to do the heal if we're just gonna take 3 minus 1. Because, like, heal 1, but you take 2. So you take 1, but you didn't have to take that 1. On the other hand, Wagelings is probably going to be hitting... The first Wagelings is going to be hitting Argent Adapter Skyscraper. In which case, they will be moved... They will have different parity. And then the new deal says you're bad. So I guess I heal Argent up in Skyscraper then. And then I draw 2. And then I power. I would really like to use this power, but... If I want to not take Wagelings damage, then I need to block. Kind of annoying. And Sentinel Tactics won't be in play. If I don't do good hero, bad hero, then Idealist gonna be dealt damage by New Deal. I really want to put Sentinel Tactics in play, but I can't. At least we can take this guy out. Or work towards taking that guy out. One player may draw a card. Conduct has a play. Skyscraper doesn't really. Bunker doesn't. Could do Linky Incursion on Skyscraper, but like not really much reason to. But also Bunker doesn't have much reason. He has Auxiliary Power Source to draw cards at least. Linky Incursion, sure. I guess I should consider drawing on Sentinels because we would like to put Human Shield in play someday, but I will hit the Ambitious Racketeer. And then conjure the bell. And I will stare at my bell. Also, we draw cards at the start of my turn, so it's kind of weird. I remember reading a discussion, I think I read it, maybe Christopher said it directly, but he said like one of the things about Sentinels is that you do your play phase first, and then your power phase, and then your draw phase at the end of your turn, instead of drawing a card at the start of your turn and then playing a card. Because if you draw a card, then you're looking at that card, reading what it says, and then it will change the calculus of what you're gonna play. So if you were to draw a card, play a card, and use a power in that order in your play phase, or turn rather, then turns would take longer on average because you would reevaluate your decision each turn. Whereas if each player draws a card at the end of their turn, like Skyscraper draws a card at the end of her turn, then we have Bunker's turn, Environment turn, Wager Master turn, Sentinel's turn, and then Arjunatep turn before Sky gets another turn. And that's a period of time for you to read through your card, see what it says, and then look at your hand and determine what you're going to play. So it saves time and makes games faster. Breaking the rules, however, changes everything. Because now I have to look at the cards I have and make a decision as to what I'm gonna do. Alright, so Wager Master does have the -2, so I can do Concussive Clap, and that would hit the Wagelings, but it would also hit Ambitious Racketeer. And that's acceptable, right? I really just don't want to hit Wager Master because New Deal is in play. Or not New Deal, not all these teams, right? This one? I don't want this card flipped, is what I like. I don't want that card flipped. Okay. So now, yeah, and then I have my Linking Incursion, so like, I don't actually have my power phase afterwards. That was one thing I didn't really consider. So I could go Tiny. And then next turn's Tiny phase, I will just do something weird, I guess. I could deal 3 damage to the Ambitious Racketeer, discard a card to play a card. And then with Catch a Ride, we can kill the Ambitious Racketeer. Since we don't have all the minuses this turn to deal with it that effectively. That's probably fine. I don't think I can count in my hands the number of times that I've used Explosive Reveal, right? Let's catch a ride on Idealist. Flying Stabby Knives! Hey, we have a power that deals damage. I could have killed the Ambitious Racketeer without that extra damage now. Oh no, I can't, because I can't play it and use it. Right. Keep forgetting. My power is to draw a card. Ammo drop is kind of hard to use when all of your things are indestructible. I'm going to put Flat Cannon out so that I have a damage dealing power now. Twisting Back Alleys. Reduce damage to villain targets by 1. We can play extra cards to try to destroy this card. I'm gonna say no. Because I don't care about dealing damage right now. Each player must destroy one of their cards. If fewer than 4 cards were destroyed this way, put this card face down in the villain play area. Fun. Well, Aura Vision can go then. This is a tragedy, but I can conjure the bell back at least. But I can't use it this turn again. And I have another heavy bleeding, so that's fine. It does mean Bunker's gonna take extra damage off of the New Deal. And we also have to return a card to hand, and that's also annoying. That's also annoying. Flat Cannon can return to hand. We do have the situation where we have a face down card, so maybe we do flip conditions. I'm not fond of that. Wager Master deals end of turn damage. He regains HP based on number of cards in play, number of hero ongoing cards in play. If Mainstay had his Steel Chains and we had Human Shield, that would actually be totally fine. We could redirect all damage to Mainstay. Be that as it may. Also Twisting Back Alley, so it's kind of hard. All we have to do though is to hit Wager Master, right? Or just take out a Wagelings. Wagelings seems easier. Hit Wager Master means we have to hit him for 4 or more. We can coordinate an assault to do that, I guess. The downside right now is that with a face-down villain card, well, ouch. We do have to return cards to hand is the problem, but we can Linky Incursion and get cards into play that way. I should have probably played it that turn, but I didn't. Links can always return to hand very easily. If this card gets flipped face up, like, unless it says treat it as if it entered play, which the flip side says, treat it as if it just been put into play. But like this card says flip a face down card, so then it doesn't get treated as if it just got put into play, and since it's a one shot, it fizzles. We do have like 2 more of those. That's trash. I think I heal Argent and Skyscraper again, only to the fact that they're gonna take the Wageling's damage again. And this time I don't heal anyone else because no one else takes the damage. And then do the block since I don't have Sentinel Tactics. And then Sentinel Tactics. So I want my instrument back. I could just hit Wagelings. I could hit any hero though. I can't hit Writhe anymore because I will like in his form, so maybe that's wrong. I could hit Mainstay and get a second block, but that's not really super vital. It doesn't do anything. Except it plays another card, but these cards aren't going to do anything except put a human shield into play. It's Skyscraper to do Linky Incursion. It doesn't really do much though. Bunker to put Heavy Plating and draw, and then he can do Flat Cannon and use it that turn. Like, we don't need to hit things though. I mean, I still haven't quite figured out how I win the game, is the problem. I'm kind of just trying to weather the storm until we get a condition that says you win the game if this happens. Which, the one is the one. The losing to the odds. Which is made difficult by the New Deal, but once we do have losing to the odds, then it's fine, right? And I could progress that faster by having used Writhe's power instead of block, but really we need Durasteel Chains. Hitting Sentinels means that we do get Durasteel Chains though, right? And actually with Sentinel Tactics, right? With Sentinel Tactics I don't have to block. I get hit Idealist. Idealist deals damage, and then I can use a power, such as Writhe's. It will put Idealist at 8, which means that we would be subject to New Deal. But that's fine. So I have to play a card. Here where the lowest is not Idealist. Everyone regaining 1 is not actually good. And none of these are actually super good. I could just put Human Shield out. I think I will. Because for drawing extra cards, it's pretty easy to keep it in play. And then I will jab. I dealt damage so I can use a power. Writhe, go! Writhe says, Wager Master. Playing dice with the Cosmos. Doesn't have a victory condition on it. It would rather be discarded, right? I mean, it's an empty play. It changes the order of plays. Bunker goes first, then Skyscraper, then Argent Adept, then Sentinels, and that doesn't really change anything. But considering that we do have a victory condition for an empty deck, maybe I should discard it. But the more that Wager Master plays cards that aren't what do you really know? Or sorry, the more that Wager Master plays unknown cards, the more likely it is that we do get a what do you really know? Which is then going to turn bad. But like, if what do you really know is on the top of the deck right now, like I can't really prevent that from being played unless I play literally every other card. So I'm gonna trash it. And I want my instrument back. Micro assembler does get me Durasteel chains. That is an equipment. I can play up to 2 link cards and then put a link card from play or 2 links from my trash into hand. I might as well play. Like, there's nothing saying I shouldn't play things here. Micro assembler on Bunker is also interesting. Also on Argent Adept, it's like a free... Well, I mean, it's the usage of a power is the problem. Because I'm already using Zeus Bell. But it can get the other instruments pretty nicely. It's only from deck, right? Yeah. Bunker could just do it. Because Bunker has a million equipment cards. But since... Like, I can move this around, though, because I'm going to be tiny, right? So... Let's put this on Sentinels. I don't know if it matters who gets this. Let's put it on Idealist. Since Idealist is most likely to deal damage, I'm pretty sure they all have that power. There's no environment target, so I'll just do the Rebounding Debilitator. This damage is self-damage? Yes. Let's put this on Wager Master. And I don't need to move. I'm gonna Linking Incursion to find more cards. We get another Micro Assembler. That can go on Bunker. And then another Aggression Modulator, but there's no target. I draw 2. So I could just draw a card, or I could discard a card to put an equipment into play. Of which... Gatling Gun is interesting, but we don't need to deal damage. We just need to, like, survive. I could get a maintenance unit out. I'm not sure if that is a good idea. Because it... Oh, it doesn't change parity. Okay. Now let's do that. Discarding equipment is also fine because I have decommissioned hardware. I'm not too likely to use this one. Get a maintenance unit in play. And then the heavy plating. Scum and Villainy is doing extra plays. I don't care about removing that still. Unanswerable question is back. Ah, frickin' Zeus Bell, man. Frickin' Zeus Bell. I worked so hard to get that human shield, too. Or not, sorry, not the human shield. I didn't work hard on that human shield, but I don't want to lose it now, is the problem. I spent ages deciding whether I wanted that Sentinel Tactics, and now that I have it, I don't want to lose it. Polygonous form is pretty good. Signatures are hard to get back, but we do have the Vernal Sonata to get cards back, at least. I could probably do without Sentinel Tactics, so sure, I'll do that one. This one is tragic because, like, I do have another counterpoint in my hand. We're working so hard to get damage reduction onto these two heroes so that they're not taking damage from the wagelings, and we're failing so hard. I think Rebounding Debilitator is, like, I just played it because whatever. And like whatever I destroy I can bring back with Microassembler, so I can, or not necessarily whatever, because it depends if it's in my draw. I do have a heavy plating and I have 2 maintenance units. I'm just gonna ditch the maintenance unit. Alright, so it didn't flip face down, that's fine. Breaking the rules. You have to return one of these cards to hand. I mean, I can just return Human Shield to hand. Since, like, we could just play it again with Argent Adept the exact same way. And that way I can still do, like, other things here. Alright, so Idealist takes her damage, and then Scum and Villainy is actually okay because it's playing extra cards. It's like normally Scum and Villainy is kind of trash. Actually, no, this does. Okay, never mind. It's gonna stay. I thought it was gonna stay in play. It doesn't. It's gonna deal damage at the start of the villain turn or environment turn, and that's kind of scummy, and villainy. It'd be nice if it stayed in play, honestly. Isn't there one that says when this card is destroyed, do something? I think it's Blighted Streets, and this is a damage increase, and that's bad. But it does play cards. Like, so the victory is, it just says if there are no cards in the villain deck. Like, not at the end of the villain turn. Normally this would say if there are ever no cards in the villain deck. Like, there's another card that's hero side, right? If any hero deck ever has no cards in it. But this just says if there are no cards in the villain deck. Is also here. If any hero is incapacitated by the damage dealt by the new deal. We need to be super careful with this. I don't know if this counts the Idealist getting incapped though. It's not like you get to your incapacitated side, but you're not incapacitated, right? This is what Sentinel's incapacitation is. Alright, so get up. And since we still don't have a -1, we do Argent Adept and Skyscraper again. Oh, but then Scum and Villainy gonna screw it up a bit. Okay, so Scum and Villainy, at the start of the environment turn, villain character card deals each hero target 3 melee damage. So we could use Human Shield to try to mitigate that. I mean, Bunker can take it because it's going to be 2 and he will stay odd. If these guys take it, they'll be at 17, 21, and then Wagelings puts them even, and then New Deal we'll hit them. We would need to redirect them, so we do want Human Shield. So I think we want Argent Adept to have Human Shield get played. So how many times can I... Like, if I search my deck for Durasteel Chains, that doesn't really change how much damage is dealt, right? Like, whether I block here or I put Durasteel Chains into play. With Human Shield, it's still going to be -2 to mainstay. I can't do any extra powers to Sentinels, right? Does Explosive Reveal destroy environment cards? No. There's a chance that Skyscraper gets us emergency evac, and that would be fine. Or we get another... Oh, but I can't play the redirected card. Like, if I get Thorathic and Monolith, this just gets destroyed immediately, so I can't use that. And you don't have environment things. The only heroes with environment destruction are Argent Adept and Skyscraper. And we've not been able to keep Argent Adept cards in play. Maybe I should have like used this to play extra villain cards, by the way. Also, I'm not getting like this to discard villain cards, by the way. If I'm trying to minimize damage to mainstay. The alternative is I just take the damage. Like, it's okay if Argent Adept and Skyscraper take the 3. I redirect the Wageling's damage to mainstay. And then that's fine, right? And then New Deal doesn't hit them. In which case, mainstay would only need a -1. We don't need to double block. If we do have mainstay with a -2, and he takes... Well, I guess we could redirect someone else's damage. Like Idealist or Medica or Rive, and he takes another 1. But I'm guessing I'm blocking this turn is what that means. And then I can still use Riot's power on Argent Adept's turn, I guess. But then someone's going to be odd again. Or even again. I'm going to do this. And then we're playing... Oh no, I'm not playing it now because it's going to be... I have to pay for it immediately. Here with the Loaster gains 3. Do Medico or Idealist. I guess I could do that and then I can hit them. And then I can do that so I don't have to worry about the thing. Okay. Keep Medico so that we have Hippocratic Oath. And that's fine. I don't really want to hit Wagelings right now. Just because I don't think I can deal with the... I guess I can... but I'm kind of okay with our situation. I guess the face down card is annoying. But I could get flipped face up in a number of different ways. I'm just not going to do the damage. When it said removing effect, that was the previous turn's effect, right? Reduce damage. Yeah, okay. Because this says until the start of your next turn. Yeah, okay. And the start of my next turn was at the end of my turn because of breaking the rules. Alright, so then I hit Medico. Oh, but Medico can't use this. I'm still playing Human Shield. I guess that's the more important thing. I'm not discarding a Wager Master card. I'm healing someone for 3. Maybe I should have hit Mainstay instead. I don't know. We have Human Shield. I think that the New Deal would redirect the Caligulus form would redirect the New Deal damage. I think it would redirect to Wager Master. I mean, it would be dealt damage, reduce it by 2, and redirect it. But if it does flip Not Holly Seams, then... Actually, no, he's going to take 0 even if it doesn't happen because it's -2, -1, so... Also, yeah, this is going to redirect anyway. So I can heal Riot. I don't know if that's smart or not, but I'm doing it. Alright, Counterpoint. Can I do it this next turn, please? Pretty please? Pretty please? And then... There's no targets, and I don't really want things to hit themselves. So I won't play those, but I can move the card from my trash, which is what I want. I could play Proportionist. That's like the only thing I can do. I could play Rebounding Debilitator and then Scum and Villainies damage is partially cancelled. Just gonna play this. Bit of an empty turn. Omni Cannon is here. Let me get my thing back. I guess it's technically in my trash, so I could just decommissioned hardware it instead. I'm not doing recharge mode. I could do recharge mode. But then I can't use powers on my next turn. But I could return it to hand. Ooh, that's a thought. I could return it to hand with Wager Master. Or otherwise destroy it if I have to do another set of destroy 3-card things. Or one card from each thing. I'm not going to do upgrade mode ever, right? I could always just discard an equipment, but whatever. I'll do that. We could do a big damage with Omni Cannon. I already have an Omni Cannon in my hand, but like, I already have all these cards. I don't know why I'm doing this, I guess. I'll do that, because we're gonna recharge mode anyway. Sure, why not? Omni Cannon, the Omni Cannon. But all the equipments. I don't know. Bunker now has a -2. And we can redirect damage to mainstay, right? We don't want to do it because he has 2 each. That's 0 because of Caligulus form. That's 1. You can take that, that's fine. We want you to take that so that you're odd. We want you to take that so that you're odd. We don't want you to redirect. Don't want you to redirect. Yeah. I think that was the plan. I just kind of... Oh boy, another scum and villainy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Choose a keyword, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If the revealed card has that keyword, discard it. If not, put that card into play. So what's the worst that happens? What do you really know? There's also 4, 5, 6 ongoing cards out of 13. Could end up with Impossible Quandary. That would flip the face down card. We would be dealt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conditions. So each target deals itself 5 psychic damage. A lot. Otherwise, we have this, or yeah, that, or this. I think I just select ongoing. The only non-ongoing condition is wage lengths, and that's not going to do anything. It's ongoing. No! I don't want that one. No! Alright, it happened. It only happened because of scum and villainy, right? This is 1, so yes. And these guys... Yep, Cloganus farm blocked that. No, you can take that. The 4 damage is going to be really hard to weather. Unless I Zeus Bell mainstay. I don't care. I don't care the order. I'm not gonna try hard to think about this. It matters because the way that Migrant P programmed this is that when you shuffle 1 card at a time. Shuffle the top card of each hero deck into the villain deck, so it's shuffled 4 times instead of taking the top card of each deck and then shuffling it all at once. Because, like, whenever I play Sentinels, and I recognize this is a house rule, but whenever I have to shuffle the villain deck, and then there's an effect that says if the top card is blank, do this, I will just kind of check to see if the top card is that, and if it is, I'll do another shuffle, because, like, that's the more innocent way of doing it. But John's malicious, and so, like, if I shuffle the top card of the Sentinels deck into the thing first, the shuffle could have the Sentinels card on top, and then the effect happens immediately. And then Argent Adept shuffles a card in, and then if the top card is the Sentinels or Argent Adept card, then the effect goes off immediately. But basically what that means is that Sentinels has 4 opportunities at getting screwed here. So it's like 2 extra things that are really screwy. Alright, so the question is, how many times can I reduce damage to mainstay in a single set of things? I guess, like... So we could still get this. We still have to get this someday. We didn't do it that last round because I didn't. I probably should have. I don't know. But if he blocks twice and he has a -1, then it's -3. 4 damage becomes 1. We can't do the power any other extra number of times. Yeah, it's just kind of the same conundrum as last turn because of the scum and villainy. But we do have counterpoint bulwark, but we can't we can't punch mainstay this time, but I mean, it's gonna be the same effect, right? So I'm just gonna start healing mainstay because he's going to be taking more damage. That's, I think, the long and short of it. I really want to heal Idealist, but I don't think I get to. I'm gonna heal Riot, because Riot is fine. And I think I really want to get this in play, because it's gonna just be a passive -1 to mainstay every turn now. I'm gonna ditch this, put that in play. Final tactics? If we do damage off of what? This is self-damage? So like Sentinel Tactics would trigger off that, so I think that's like I should put in play. I will discard 2 for that. I'll keep that just in case. I'll ditch this one. Or I don't know. I want to keep the incapped ones. I'm gonna ditch that, sure. Alright, I can actually use Zeus Bow. We do it on mainstay. I wish I could select mainstay twice. Mainstay is going to be taking a bunch of damage because Sentinels have not used block this turn. Skyscraper will never be able to use Thorathian Monolith with breaking the rules in play. It'd be kind of nice if we could Thorathian Monolith her, but we can't. If I throw a -1 on Bunker, he takes 0 damage if he plays Recharge Mode off of Scum and Villainy, but it'd be nice if I could redirect all the damage to Bunker then, but I can't. Kind of sucks that I can't play like Zeus Bell more than once. Can't activate this effect more than once in this game. If Ardent Adept gives her an out-of-turn play, it still gets destroyed before it does anything. Unless we do... I think I already discarded it. Wrath of the Playing Dice with the Cosmos. You only have one of those, right? Yeah. If I had played that, and Archon Adept's turn came after Skyscrapers, then we could have played Thorathian Monolith that way. I'm just gonna throw us on Bunker. Power draw to Sentinels so that we can keep the human shield alive. And now do I do Vernal Sonata? The problem with Vernal Sonata is it's gonna screw up with the New Deal, because everyone regains 1 HP, and that's gonna change all of our parodies. Kind of nice to try to get like Well, we already have Sentinel Tactics in play, but to get like Aura of Vision or whatever. Otherwise, we keep setting up Argent Adept, I guess. Arcane Cadence. Like, if I could ever do Saraband of Destruction, then I could destroy the bad environment cards before they do something. I could play Silver Shadow to have someone draw a card, but I don't think that's worth doing. I'm just gonna do Arcane Cadence. Those are some cards. I do have a Lyra, so I could do Super Tonic with extra powers. Activate the Accompany of the Bulwark. Eventually have Inventive Preparation to do extra plays, I guess. I don't really have that much to play, is the thing. Argent Death would like to play more. Rhapsody of Vigor to give some heals, I guess. I don't know. I definitely want the Super Tonic. The drum can be conjured if I ever want it, so it can go in the trash or the bottom of deck, because bottom of deck is accessible with Conjuration. Trash is accessible with Vernal Sonata. Conjure in my hand. Super Tonic in play. Preparation on top of the deck. Drum on bottom. Vigor and trash? No. Or Vigor, yeah, Vigor and trash, drum on bottom. Alright. That's not environment destruction. You can take that, that's fine. Once we are set up for Wager Master dealing each target 2 damage, it'd be fine. Use damage to mainstay by 1. We could do this. Mainstay would take 0 damage with Wager Master's end of turn damage. But like, I could play Compulsion Canister. But I can't actually kill Wagelings. Since I haven't damaged this Wageling. I decided not to, and now I kind of regret it. Like, because of the fact that, like, these cards are gonna be hero cards a lot often. Kind of hard to actually win with Nut Holly Seams now. I think we still try to win off of, like... who are you fighting? Whichever one it was. This one? Yes. No links in my trash. Yeah, I'll take the Compulsion Canister back. Oh, I can just play this immediately. I can just play it immediately. And flip Wager Master that way. The check is start of turn? Yes. The problem is that if we do flip this, like, immediately... This is the one that says destroy... What, each player destroys 1 card. Do we have cards we can destroy? Kinda, sorta. I don't really want to. But kinda sorta. Yeah, it's hard, but since we do have mainstay with a lot of damage reduction, we can get him down to -3. The big challenge is him surviving the 4 damage off of what do you really know? But mainstay with -3 and all damage redirecting to mainstay means we can get it set up pretty easily. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Doesn't really matter. They're all gonna flip. Let's spread the damage out more, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I think at this point I don't want to discard a card to put a card in play because it's like, what would I put into play? Like things that, I mean, yeah, once Wager's Master's flipped, we can actually damage him a bit better, except he's going to regain 1,000,000 HP because of our ongoing card situation, but we also have Omni Cannon as a backup. If every other card is under Omni Cannon, this deals 78 damage, and that one-shots Wager Master. I guess that's my plan now. I guess that's my plan now. And I think I'm still playing Recharge mode. I put the -1 on Bunker. Yeah. Recharge mode. Yeah. And then we have a Rebounding Debilitator. I'll prevent the one to Argent Adept. And it can be destroyed because I can bring it back. Skyscraper takes it. Now these guys are taking the full stated damage, so they should redirect it. Another scum and villainy, but this time we're actually fine. And now we have this 4 damage happening, oh boy. If any hero deck ever has no cards in it, but it's gonna be flipped immediately, but we do have to be mindful that if this flips back, it's kind of bad. Four or 2? This is the last of the big damages, I think, other than the potential 4s. But I think, well, you can take it, whatever. You have a Inspiring Super Tonic, Argent Adept can come back. There's one that says, whenever a villain card is flipped face down or gain HP. Technically, you flip that one first. Doesn't really matter, because he's at max HP, but... can take that. And we all have to destroy a card. Alright. Probably Sentinel Tactics because I want everything else. Kind of annoying that it keeps getting destroyed. Remember I said I have Inspiring Super Tonic? Lol. And again, I can destroy it. We're gonna pull 2 cards from our trash with our power, so that's fine. And recharge mode was there to be destroyed, I guess. All right. There are 0 condition cards. You fool! We chose the perfect time to flip them. Yes. Perfect time. Oh, but we have to flip a face down card. No, I don't want to flip a face down card. Unwise wager. Oh, but that's fine because we can just get rid of it immediately. We might as well flip it face down, since if we don't, then it's gonna flip another card, right? And then we have to do this. Of course. You can take the damage. If 4 cards are discarded this way, flip this card face down. If not, flip a face down villain card. Yeah, we're going to flip this. As long as there is not a deck that's going to be empty, but that's not the case. Okay. So we no longer have to worry about parity until we finally get the thing, but we're not there yet. Always heal Mainstay. Probably heal Writhe. And Medico? Sure. We don't have Sentinel Tactics, so I can't deal damage and then use block, so I have to use block first. Micro Assembler, I only have this because I wanted to get Durasteel Chains in play. I probably could have destroyed that instead, but like, that's fine. There's no reason to also have the thing. Yeah. Okay. So positive energy is fine. Like, we should consider putting everyone at even, right? Like, I mean, I kind of screwed that up slightly, but the goal is to get everyone to even, right? Also to heal Mainstay for as much as possible. And I have to do this. We don't need 2 flings. We do need to get rid of Twisting Back Alleys at some point, I suppose. I presume our way of doing that is to have Skyscraper destroyed. Alright, Mainstay now has a -3. I'm gonna throw it on right. I don't know. Sentinels. I could do Vernal Sonata now. How have you only seen one team communication? Like, you have one there, you have 2 more in your deck. And you have one more Inspiring Supertonic, but I want that one back. Wrathing a Monolith is impossible to play while Breaking the Rules are in play. We could destroy it someday. Not really a big issue. Kind of hoping to see the environment destruction one in here having been discarded, but that wasn't the case. We have 2 compulsion canisters in here. That's cool. I'll take catch a ride, I guess. Hi, bunker. That's still not environment destruction. No targets. Crash. These. Probably should have taken the rebounding debilitator, actually. Just incursion. But if I discard that card and it's the one that I want, it's bad. This can go in play. I'll put that in my hand. I already had a turret mode in my hand. I don't know why I put one on top. Because I like it, I guess? I don't know. Draw? Probably wanted to recharge mode back, honestly. I don't know. Kind of weird because, like, recharge mode isn't going to do anything other than prevent me from doing things because I already draw extra cards with my base power, right? Stop environment plays is probably really good because, like, there's nothing helpful here at all. At all. Yeah, Blighted Streets is actually pretty bad now. I mean, it's always pretty bad, but it's exceptionally bad when my plan is to have mainstay with -3, right? Alright, and this all redirects to mainstay. I don't want to do redirect this turn shenanigans because when this plays a card, also can't play. Wait, why did that? Oh, because it wasn't the one I was thinking of. Never mind. Okay. Or no, it was, but it was right. Never mind. I don't want to do this because I can't play the top part of the environment deck, and that means that I don't actually destroy this card. I just do this to play extra villain cards, which I don't want to do now. Unwise wager. Have this thing. Okay. Unwise wager. So again, we discard cards to flip that face down. That's fine. Pick a card, pick a fate. Top card of the villain deck. Like this is really weird because we can actually click on a hero card or hero word, like Link, but it's not the case that this will ever be a hero card on top because whenever it is a hero card, it gets discarded instead. If my goal is to get to losing to the odds, then I want condition to be played now. And there's nothing bad with conditions. Who are you fighting means that we can't kill Wager Master or whatever. Like, whatever. Burning Sense of Failure. That doesn't do anything, so that's fine. So I would like one shot to not be played then, right? Because this is gonna keep destroying stuff, and that's been the bane of my existence. I'm gonna say one shot. Get Wagelings, but Wagelings doesn't do anything. And then we have the 4 damage. Polygonous form makes that 0. Good. But how many cards are here still? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards? There's only 4 hero cards? I thought there were more than that. There's gonna be way more though in a second, right? Again, I'm not gonna hit this turn. All right, team communication. Yay, the card I put on top is gone now. Yeah. And then we have a bunch of 4s. Great. You revealed like 2 cards. Or 3 cards. You just revealed 3 cards. You can take that. Oh, and again, we're doing stuff. Yay! I'll redirect this one. I really want to keep people even. Well, it didn't happen. Cool. See, this is still... John, I hate the way you programmed this. This is stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. All right, Vernal Sonata. Okay, so we can redirect this one once we get the choice because it's the end of turn. I hate the way it's programmed so much. I get if it's like you want the top card to be like a percent, like you don't want to do the house rule thing, but I hate that it's like, oh, we're gonna shuffle 1 card, 1 at a time. I guess technically that's Christopher's desire. Christopher desired that because he hates everyone. No, I'm kidding. He's a cool guy. But you know, like this, like, yeah. House ruling it kills the point, right? Okay. So, make people even, first and foremost. I forgot that Vernal Sonata means we don't actually get the cards unless I draw them somehow. Since we're gonna keep discarding cards or something, or sorry, not discarding. This is gonna keep taking the top card of our decks away. It's not gonna benefit Sentinels or Argent Adept. That's kind of trash. Okay, so I could obviously heal Mainstay, Idealist, and Argent Adept to make them even. I could also heal Medico, Writhe, Skyscraper to make them odd, and then do a everyone heals 1 action. But that would only make sense if I could also heal another one somewhere else, and I don't know that we can. Alternatively, someone takes damage somehow. Somehow. I mean, we don't have the condition yet, so maybe I don't game towards that, and I just do the thing where it's like, you heal Mainstay, you heal Writhe. And then this goes to whoever. Just keep the Sentinels healed, I guess. I did get a team communication. I got two team communications. Ah. Also, Medico dealing damage means people heal, so that's another way of doing it. I got all my unique capabilities. My deck doesn't have signatures. My trash has signatures. Or are they stolen? Wait, they're in my hand? Wait. Where's the idealist? Oh, there it is. Yeah. But I don't want to do this because it doesn't get the signature in play. Could just like do that. Sure. Flipping wagelings is acceptable. I don't think I'm gonna play this other human shield. Not likely that blackout's gonna be super effective, honestly. Okay. So you stole my inspiring super tonic. The trash is actually a pretty bad place for cards, as it turns out, because I can't get them back very easily in the end. If I ever want to get the other inspiring super tonic in play, I'd have to Arcane Cadence for it, or to draw it naturally. I'm gonna do Arcane Cadence to accelerate that. I got another Arcane Cadence. I want to play that one then. Harp could go in the trash. Polyphoric Flare is fine to have in hand. Because it's Arch and Adept have super turns. Top of deck would be something I could Arcane Cadence. Could Arcane Cadence the Instrumental Conjuration. Dominant on bottom, Harp and Trash. Play that one. Another Arcane Cadence. We know what these 5 cards are. The bottom one is Subdominant, so we are getting the Inspiring Super Tonic. Good. Good, good, good. We could destroy the face down cards with Sadistic Dissonant. It's a fun thought. I don't know that it's really worth, because I don't know which ones are wagelings, which ones are, you know, the one that says if you're odd, take damage or whatever, or even take damage. Let's put Syncopated in hand. Leave Conjuration on top. Let's put that in hand later, I guess. Dissonant on the bottom, Pipes in the trash. Play the Cadence. We want to play the Super Tonic, hand the Conjuration. Whatever's put on top is going to be stolen by Arch and Adept, or by Wager Master. So Rhapsody. I don't really know what I'm clicking after that point. But I got my Inspiring Super Tonic, so it's good. Environment Destruction? Yay! You can also break the rules now. Do we want to, is the question. Because I can't destroy what do you really know, it's indestructible. It'd be nice if I could. I would, like, one of them is fine, like, it's drawing me extra cards, and that's powering up the Omni Cannon if I do decide to go Wager Master. I don't know that I really need the rules destroyed. I just kind of wanted environment destruction, really. So that I don't have to keep dealing with a -1 there. Play both Compulsion Canisters, I guess. And then my trash. Ooh, Hyperstimulator's in there now. pretty interesting. If I bring back the compulsion canister, I can kill that wagelings, which just means that it's one more wagelings in the pool of face down cards, which means we're less likely to get, you know, the condition that involves bad things from happening. I don't know. Yeah, so let's move that back. Play it. Bunker's existence is basically to draw cards right now. I can destroy this to use an additional power this turn, except it's my end of my turn. Alright, Toxic Sludge. He's sludging. Redirect all this turn, yes. Whoop. Gonna be a tab. Alright. We have Not All He Seems. Is that again Not All He Seems? No, this is a different one. If Wager Master is dealt damage, prevent that damage and flip this card face down instead. And then we have a bunker card here. Yay! Whenever a condition card is flipped face down, bad things happen. And then zeros. And then this. Oh my god, the top card was a stupid card. Thanks, John. This is a weirdly long Wager Master game, by the way. I kind of made it long. This is probably the longest Wager Master I've ever had in the history of my life. In the history of my life. Maybe I shouldn't have. Ooh, my deck's empty. That could have been bad if I flipped the card that said if a hero deck is ever empty, you lose the game. We could have lost. We could have lost so hard. Alright, Sentinel Tactics is not in play. I have no signatures in my deck? Did I really just draw the frickin' Aura Vision? Really? Ugh. I mean, I'm definitely playing it. I'm definitely playing it. And then I guess I discard unique capabilities because now all the signatures are in play. Maybe Wow. I guess I discard one of each of these because, like, it's unlikely that we're going to start losing Sentinel members. So we should probably focus on making sure that we don't have an empty hero deck. So we need to, like, get Arch and Adept to reshuffle their deck, I suppose. Which can happen if he draws off here. He draws 2 at the end of his turn, and then he conjures an instrument which will draw a card and shuffles his deck. I think that's wise. Because, like, we don't ever want to have an empty deck. We almost lost the game. I don't want to almost lose the game again. also just have you draw now. But we're gonna conjure something, aren't we? We have the harp in the trash. Lyra, I guess, I don't know, card draws are better. Draws the bunker starting to be empty of cards. Sentinels are wealth of resources right now. I guess they want a Sentinel Tactics back. Hey, team communication, nice. I guess the other consideration is whose deck is almost empty, but no one's. Okay, and then you need to reshuffle your decks. You're conjuring for sure. Still haven't found it, so I'm not playing that. Things from trash? Do we want the compulsion canisters back? I don't know. We do have not all these themes, so we do want to like ping them a bit, I guess. Let's do trash. Catch a ride to do the ping. If we go normal, we do the ping as well because we have proportionist. Oh no, but it will be -1 because of dark alleys. Okay. Mainstay. Or Medico. You don't care about the damage, he's gonna heal it back, right? Medico. Oh, would the sludge destroy it? Oh yeah, it would. You're right. That's valid. Heal. Oh, but the damage didn't happen after all. I guess Toxic Sludge hits Wager Master, so that's fine. And we can stop another environment play because that's... Blighted Streets is bad. What's going to happen first? We win with even HP or we win by bunker using Omni Cannon? The answer might surprise you. Surely it's Archon Adept, like he has a wealth of resources, right? You never need more than one of a particular harmony or rhythm either. We could just leave the sludge out. It's not doing anything bad for us. This is the burning sense of failure going off. Toxic Sludge, 3 damage going off. The New Deal. So this is the one that says, yep. Whenever a villain card is flipped face down, Wager Master regains 4 HP. Yes! Dealing itself 3 damage is the more annoying part, though. Because Mainstay actually has a +1. So +1 -3 deals himself 1 damage. But we now have losing to the odds at long last. Yay! It's ordered terribly. Great, thanks. Fantastic. Fan-frickin-tastic. Do we need a... yeah, because this is the turn where he could be revealing cards. I have to not do this turn shenanigans and tomfoolery. Oh, would you know? How would you know? Now we already used up the thing? Okay. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This would be 0, right? And then this is Nemesis. Oh, so it actually would work fine? So you would be at 4. I think, though, that I'm not going to do that. Say no to that. Oh yeah, if there was someone with 4 or fewer, they would just be destroyed immediately. That would be bad. Okay, yeah, so we were smart about that. We were smart. That only triggers if we don't win the game. So now we try to set up to win the game, and it's going to be made complicated. Why'd you have to make things so complicated? We need Medico to get hit a little bit. If Wager Master hits him for 2 -1, that's enough. Writhe also needs to get hit, and he's almost at max, and that's hard. Could he be hit by Toxic Sludge? He's getting hit twice for Toxic Sludge. The first one would be Calignis Formed. Second one would be Blocked. So if he heals for 1, then he'll be at 12, and that's fine. I think the tricky thing is getting Mainstay to survive this next round, because he needs to take the damage from the new deal. It's self-damage. So he needs to take... well, Medico doesn't actually deal the damage. He needs to take Idealists and Writhes and his own. But if Medico doesn't actually deal the damage, it's a bit tricky. I guess it's not actually. Medico would heal Mainstay for 1. Or he could hit himself. Or no, wait, he would just heal himself, wouldn't he? Or he would try to hit himself for 3 -1. And then heal Mainstay for 2. Unless I hit him with Zeus Bell, then he only hits himself for 1, and then Mainstay heals for 1. Okay. So +1, -1, -1, -1. So Mainstay will have taken 2 damage total, so he needs to be at even. And then everyone else needs to be even. The tricky thing is the 4 damage clause, I suppose, but the heroes could take 4 damage themselves. Other than Bunker. Unless he plays recharge mode, in which case he takes 2. So then we just need Mainstay to heal a bunch, rather. We need Riot to take the 2 from Toxic Sludge. We need Medico to be hit somehow. Maybe from Toxic Sludge. First off, let's draw. What hero cards are in the deck still, by the way? Bunker, Sentinels, Skyscraper. Okay, so how do we... Medico does 3 heal there. This heals everyone for 1. We don't want that. We don't want everyone heals 1 right now, because that's gonna screw everything up. We just need, like, we need mainstay to heal for a bunch is what's going on. This deals someone 5, +1, -1, so Medico could heal mainstay for 5 if he targets the Sentinels or even just Wager Master. This would heal for 3. Isn't there another card? Is it this one? Most with closer against 3? Yeah. Okay, so we do the coordinated assault, Medico. Hippocratic Oath is out. Oh, right. Duh. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing that says you heal. He's now odd. But we have a hard time hitting him. We can sort of manipulate it with the Wager Master self-damage. Or not self-damage, the cards here. The self-damage isn't going to be enough, is it? Or no, right, yeah, that was the problem, is that it's not going to be enough. But if we do... You don't have to redirect the self-damage. I guess that's what I'm forgetting about. This doesn't have to redirect. Because Sentinels will keep their parity if they have 1 block, and that's fine. Okay, that makes things a bit easier then. Makes things quite a bit easier. Trying to make sure I'm not going to accidentally have an empty deck. And so if Writhe has... He has block right now, so I don't want to have him have a -1. If I give this to Bunker, I think that was the plan. If I give it to Bunker, it still has to heal a little bit, though. Still has to heal. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Can I fix that? Can I fix that? Compulsion canister on Medico, maybe, but oh yeah, we can bring it back and then play it. Right, okay. I'm gonna do heal. And then I'm gonna do heal. We're in the home stretch. Oh, I should have done Human Shield. Because that would have gotten Nemesis bonus. Yeah, it's not actually going to work the way I thought it would. I can still accomplish it with Toxic Sludge, though. That's fine. Dr. Tremata! Yeah, it's fine. Everything is fine. I want this one to go through. And then that. Polygonuses. That one doesn't happen. And then the rest is what it is. So this is 1, puts him at even. And this is 2 and puts you at less than max and even. Unfortunately, mainstay is currently odd. But we can hope for a 4 damage to fix that. Surely there's a way of making it happen. Actually, the new deal would make it happen, right? That's what we said? Okay. So we have this. That's 0 right now because of Cortex Hyperstimulator. That's fine. And we don't really want him to play anything. Where are you fighting is fine. Oh no, that's actually bad. We don't want that. But dealing, each hero target dealing yourself damage is also worse. Yeah, we'll just do 1 shot. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea at all. So I say yes to this one. Now mainstay's even. We can say no to that. And no to that. And then 1 shot is discarded. And these are all yes. Yeah, I made this a really stupid long game. But it's fine. It's fine. We got to see a lot of wager mechanics. Alright, so this is very likely to reveal hero cards. Hopefully we don't die. Skyscraper's the one that's scariest, but you survive. We do have to redirect this one now, though. Oh, but it's 0, so it's fine. But then this one's 1. Oh, this is only 2, isn't it? Definitely do Oath. Well, I guess, oh, we could have redirected to the mainstay. Whatever. And then it would have been 0. But we can do... Is this formed? No, it's not formed. Let's redirect Idealists. He's now even again, and then the rest take it, and we win. I guess. Ooh. Arch and Adept can't take it because he doesn't have a -1. So I do have to redirect another one. Oh, but it's 0. Or no, right, no, these are 0 to main state, right. So this is a no. This is a yes because it's 0 to mainstay. The only issue was the Nemesis bonus. Everyone else doesn't have a +1. All hero targets have an even amount of HP, which is less than their maximum HP. Losing to the odds causes the heroes to win. World record, longest Wager Master game of all time. All right, well. Maybe we could call this a how not to play Wager Master game. I don't know. It was kind of tough because of the front side. And we weren't really equipped for the backside until the very end, and at that point I just kind of said, screw it, let's wait for the losing to the odds victory. We definitely could have, like, won eventually by doing the Omni Cannon, but it was taking too long still, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, we won. And that's the important thing. Because I won, I did nothing wrong, right? The ends justify the means. Anyway, that will wrap things up for this week's Dolphins Dive. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed your stay, especially with that, like, marathon Wager Master game. That took longer than the Citizen Dawn game. It's kind of weird. We stream here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Check us out next week for the monthly Oblivion match. Be sure to check out the other streams on this channel every Saturday, or sorry, before that, every Friday at 4 p.m. is Luck of the Seamus with Seamus the Hug Monster. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. is usually myself, usually John, and usually Seamus for Spirit Island Saturdays. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. is Handelabra Live with John. Handelabra products include Sentinel of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, and Spirit Island. They are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch, and Sentinels of Earth Prime is in active development. Check me out at twitch.tv/LogicDolphin if you would like to see some Final Fantasy XIII content. Or follow me on Twitter at LogicDolphin or any avenue because I am Logic Dolphin in most places. But until next week, have a good night, everyone. Thanks again for watching. Have a good night.